Is Abaddon the despoiler worth the points?
In this series, I'm going to teach you how to use each Chaos Space Marine unit more effectively.
So first of all, I know this isn't Abaddon the despoiler. Abaddon the despoiler looks like that. Okay, this is Lorgar Aurelian from the Horus Heresy. So I think I've used him in my Chaos Lord video. So sometimes I run him as Chaos Lord and leave him on this base because it's the same size. And sometimes what I'll do is I've got a larger base, the same as Abby, and I magnetize it on and run him as Abby. So it's about the same size as a normal warp talon. You know, he's pretty tall. So yeah, this is my Abaddon proxy. So, do I think he's worth the points? Let's take a look at his profile. So, Abaddon is in Terminator armour, so he's got movement 5, he's got toughness 5, a 2 up and a 4 up in run. He's got 9 wounds, which is nice, bloated with the chaos power. Got OC 4, which is very good again for a single model. He's got leadership of 5, which is really good, especially for them dark packs and for his ability. So yeah, we'll go on to his ability. So each time this model makes a dark pact and does not fail the resulting leadership test, if the result of that test was 7+, you gain 1 CP. That's good. It used to be if you just passed the test. It's now on a 7+, which is not as good, but it's still decent. But he does have to do a dark pact. He can't do them dark packs just like do one for the sake of it. He has to be shooting or attacking. Also, he's got the War Master. In your command phase, select one War Master ability. Until the start of your next command phase, this model has that ability. So these are these down here. So he's got 3 different auras. So one is you can reroll the hit roll, which is very good, except from damned units. Next is 4+ invulnerable. So if you're within 6 inches of this model, get 4+ up, except from damned again, which I don't like because I love my AC/DC blobs. And then the other one is within 6 of the model, reroll the leadership and battle shock, which is not that great. So you're going to be wanting to choose one of these two, depending on what you're doing. So we'll quickly look at his weapons before we start talking about what we'll do with him. So his gun is a ranged weapon. He's got the Talon of Horus. He's got sustained 1, range 24, which is good. 4 attacks, hit on 2, strength 5, AP 1, damage 2. Nice, you know, decent, solid weapon. His combat weapon is where he does most of the damage. So he's got devastating wounds on both of them. He's got essentially a sweep attack and a strike attack. So with his strike, he has 8 attacks. Always hit on 2s, strength 14, which is really good for a little dude. AP 4, damage 3, so you know you can hit pretty hard with that. And then he's got his Talon, which is 14. Again, hit on 2, strength 7, so wounding most infantry on 3s. AP -3, which is incredible. And only damage 1 though, so light infantry is just going to get absolutely shredded. Anything with a 4+ save just does not get a save. He's going to be wounding most things on 3, guardsmen, Tau, etc. Aldar on 2s. It's just going to be obliterating them, and then obviously strike and kill. You know, even killing terminators, wounding them on 2s. So you know, very, very good indeed. The problem for me is he's a little bit vulnerable. So he's only got toughness 5. He's got 2+, 4+, which is good. 9 wounds, that's okay. No feel, no pain, nothing like that. So he's a little bit vulnerable. He can be taken out fairly easy once you get through his squad. And then here's the big issue. What are you going to run him with? So you'd think Terminators, but Terminators do not go very well with his abilities. Terminators, Chaos Terminators, already have a 4+ invulnerable save. Terminators already re-roll the hit if they do a dark pact, which you're pretty much always going to be dark pacting. So the only one that synchronises well is the leadership and the battle shock. I mean, you know, you can get reroll leadership for dark pack tests with an icon. So it's not really that great, to be honest. That's the only one you're going to use that's going to be worthwhile. Yes, your aura is 6 inches, so you might tag some other things, but on the whole, is not that great with Terminators. They are good, very good bodyguards. You got 10 of them in Abbey. That's a serious threat to deal with. Some people run him on his own, just sitting in the back, a load of tanks, re-rolling hits. That can work. You're not really going to be able to take him out of indirect. He's still a threat on his own. If something tries to threaten your gun line, you can run him in and take out some stuff. You know, that's a very solid plan, especially with the Halbrute, because then with the Halbrute you get lethals and sustained when you're dark packed. My personal favourite is 10 Chosen, 4+ invuln. Makes them really, really difficult to deal with because Chosen have 3 wounds, and then with a 3+ and a 4+ invuln, makes them tough to shift. Another bonus of that is the Chosen get advance shoot and charge built in naturally, a fullback shoot and charge, whatever. So Abby, being fairly slow at Terminator 5, he can now advance and charge with the Chosen, which is good. It can get him up the board a little bit faster, get him into position to start getting you that extra CP by doing your dark packs, and then gets him to actually be fighting where you want him. Unless you're obviously sitting at the back of a gun line. So yeah, I personally don't like him. I don't run him because I think he's a little bit too weak for his points cost. He's you know, he's similar cost to a Primarch, and then they're much tougher to take out. And he for me just doesn't do it. Yeah, he's got good auras. Reroll hits is very, very good. 4+ invuln's decent. You know, if you had a load of stuff surrounded by him, all benefiting from that aura, that's going to be excellent. Really good value. Maybe if it was undamned, you know, I could keep my Cursed Cultists close to him. They could get reroll hits, or they could get invuln, a 4+ rather than a 5+. That'd be really good, but you can't do it undamned. So for me, Abby is a no. I like using him. I like using my Lorgar. But yeah, if I'm going to run Lorgar, I'm going to run him as a Chaos Lord over Abby 9 times out of 10. So I know lots of people are going to disagree with that because he does get ran in competitive lists quite often. So if you're a player that runs him in competitive lists, let me know why. I want to know the reasons why you run him. I know he's awesome, but do you think he's worth the points? That's the big question. Let me know.